one of my favorite people to talk about is in some serious trouble because he is the dumbest person in the United States Senate. That person, of course, is Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, who, of course, is running for governor in the state and is having a bit of an issue about whether or not he has lived in Alabama for 7 years, as the Constitution of the state requires in order to run for governor, or if he was living in Florida because he damn sure voted in Florida in the year 2018. So he's either not eligible to run for governor or he committed felony voter fraud. Like, those are literally the only two possibilities. And as that scandal erupted, Tommy Tuberville decided, I'm going to put an end to this because these media outlets are hounding me. I'm going to send my tax returns to this media outlet, the Lagniappe Daily, and prove that I've been living in Alabama, which would therefore prove you voted illegally in Florida and get you arrested for a felony. But anyway, he's like, I'm going to go with being able to run for governor instead of trying to prove I didn't commit a felony. Dumb decision by a very stupid, low IQ individual. So he sends his tax returns, but he forgot to remove all of the vital data, like where his money was coming from. He was only trying to show that, look, I paid Alabama income tax in these years. But the dumbass that he is sent the whole tax return for years. And so the Lagniappe Daily was like, okay, you've sent us this. We're going to publish it because you gave it to us with the intent to publish. You knew what the goal was. And they did. Now, in their defense, of course, they did not publish his driver's license number, social security number, any identifying information. They didn't publish anything that could, lead to identity theft or cause any crime to be committed against Tommy Tuberville. They just released selected data that he voluntarily sent them. And now, after he realized his mistake, he had his lawyer threaten to sue the media outlet, the Lagniappe Daily. The lawyer said, quote, your conduct and that of the organization is not protected by the First Amendment when it involves unlawful acquisition and publication of statutorily protected tax and income data for a person, especially when that person is an official of the United States. Let me go ahead and tell you right off the bat why your argument has no legal basis in the United States at all. For starters, the last thing I read there, especially when that person is an official of the United States. That doesn't matter. Laws don't change for individuals just because you hold an office, unless you're the president and you have absolute immunity. I get that. But whether it was a senator or whether it was an average citizen in the state of Alabama, the laws don't change. The laws aren't more enforceable because he's a senator. Okay? So you're already making arguments that are not a part of the United States law. So that's number one. Number two, they said it was unlawfully acquired. Tommy Tuberville sent it to them. He gave it to them. Here you go. See you later. I do imagine that that's what he did after he sent it. So it was not unlawfully acquired. He literally said, please take my tax return. Please, I don't even want the thing. Here you go. And they were like, okay, well, here we go. So you have no grounds for a lawsuit. And of course, the Lagniappe Daily knows that. But let's talk about what the tax returns revealed. Tuberville, who earned millions in salary and contract buyouts as a former collegiate football coach, reported no income tax withheld in that box for those 3 years, which was 2018, 2019, and 2020. 2018, of course, the year he voted in Florida. Anyway, but also listed as Alabama adjusted gross income as just $37,000 in 2018, $11,000 in 2019, and $137,000 in 2020. By contrast, he reported $132,000 for 2018, $85,000 in 2019, and negative $92,000 for 2020 on his federal adjusted gross income forms. So he told the state of Alabama in 2018, I only made $37,000. Told the federal government that year, I made $132,000. In 2020, he tells Alabama, I made $137,000. But in 2020, he tells the federal government, yeah, I lost $92,000. That sounds like some tax fraud to go along with your possible voter fraud there, Tommy. So maybe, Tommy, next time you decide to send your tax returns to a media outlet that you know for a fact is going to publish them, make sure all the numbers are the same, okay? Because you do need to tell the state everything you earn, because your money, as far as your documents show, all came from Alabama. So why are you telling the feds something different than you're telling your state, right? That doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. And I know you do have properties in other areas that, other states that may have decreased in value, and maybe that's why you reported a negative income for federal, but not for the state. But even when you add all that up, which, by the way, those properties did not decline in value, something about all of this does not make any sense whatsoever. So hopefully Tommy Tuberville's little accident here of revealing all of his information gets a good hard look by the feds. And while they're at it, they probably need to go ahead and check on that voter fraud thing too, because he did vote in the state of Florida in 2018, the same year that his tax returns show he claimed that he was a legal resident of the state of Alabama. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.